Congratulations, you have successfully hunted a lesser drake. It started thrashing out of nowhere when I touched its reverse scale. I really thought I was done for. Good thing it wore itself out over time. The scale is still its weak spot after all. You have obtained lesser drake's tooth. You have obtained lesser drake's claw. Lesser drake's tooth. Type. Material. Effect. Enhancement material used in weapon crafting. Increases durability. An enhancement material for weapons, huh? Lesser drake's claw. Type. Material. Effect. Enhancement material used in weapon crafting. Increases sharpness. I should use these to repair my sword. I got it from Mother after all. Hunting that drake really wore it down. You have obtained skill. Lesser drake's fear. Huh? A skill? Lesser drake's fear. Rank. Deal 1. Mastery. 1%. Effect. Releases killing intent unique to lesser drakes, overwhelming those near you. Inflicts fear on targets weaker than the caster. Dragon killing intent, but I heard only the chosen ones can use that. I never thought I would get the chance to try. Even then, I'm not really sure this will be useful in Ragnar. That place is swarming with powerhouses after all. Camellia Palace dungeon cleared. Anyway, with this, I've completed the quest. Scenario quest number 1. Path of the Successor. Take over Camellia Palace and uncover its secret. Camellia Palace. 1/1. Secret. Congratulations, you have successfully cleared scenario quest number 1. For clearing the scenario quest, you will receive the following reward. Nest compass. Type. Miscellaneous. Effect. Guides the holder in the direction of the nest. Nest compass? What is this? Is this related to the next quest somehow? Whatever it is, I'll keep it for now. I should just go back to my room to rest. Ha! I'm so exhausted. Young Master Theo. There you are. There is something urgent. Look at you. Just where have you been? Nowhere, really. What's the matter? There's a brawl happening in training ground number 4 right now. Shortly after. Skill. Lesser drake's fear engulfs the battlefield. Get lost. Need to rest. Such overwhelming killing intent. Bahaha! I knew it. I had a feeling you'd be fun. You're mine, Theo Ragnar. Let's see how strong you are. My strike was deflected that easily? Deflected that? No way am I taking that. He was always considered the weakest hound of the North because he didn't round out his arsenal and wasn't all that smart either. Try blocking this, Theo Ragnar. But as a member of the Lank clan, he has never once been outmatched in terms of strength. And yet right now, the sword of that very Hulkus, single flash, is being parried by me. I can even counter it. It really was worth leveling up. Theo Ragnar, 17, male, level, 16, stats, strength, 96, dexterity, 27, vitality, 21, magic power, 198, intelligence, 20, luck, -6, skill, lesser drake's fear, access denied. Cough! I ended up using my full strength to swing without realizing. Good thing it was Hulkus Lank, known for his toughness, on the receiving end. He just fainted. Young Master Theo has defeated Black Bear. He took down one of the 4 hounds with a single strike. Wait a second. Lanky is still alive and well. The sword Mother gave me? Whoa. As expected of young Master Theo, he even broke his sword in a single strike. Why are you so happy about that? Who are you? Why are you walking around in the cold like this? Aren't you cold? How about I put this around you? You still look cold. Let's go to my house for now. I'll take you home once the snow stops. Did she just smile? Ragnar smiled. Shortly after, in the evening at Camellia Palace. Young Master, congratulations. Well done on being given the title of Luster Tiger. You've worked so hard for such a long time. Now, you just have to keep this momentum going all the way to the awakening ceremony. You can do this. My son, try this abalone dish. The mollusks are only caught in very limited quantities from the Idria Sea, and they are slowly roasted with butter. We only manage to get from the farms around the Fuhall Mountains, as we slowly raise the heat too. Try this too. It is meat from chickens fed only acorns from the western Lezeria Desert. The fowl were carefully slaughtered at just the right age, then simmered with ginseng imported from a country in the Far East called Juson. Please stop. It's delicious, Mother. My son. What? In the name of... It broke during training. I'm sorry. It's the precious sword you gave me for my birthday. And yet that damn old man, he swore up and down that because it was made with white snow steel and ebony steelwood that it would never break. Ebony steelwood from the southern Gaia jungle? He said only rare and precious materials were used. But as we can see, that was a complete lie. If what he said was true, then it shouldn't have broken so easily. Ebony steelwood is a peculiar plant that grows by feeding on iron. It's considered a rare and valuable material because it retains the flexibility of wood while still being as sturdy as steel. I knew it was a good sword, but I didn't realize that it was that valuable. Just, where did she get this kind of sword? This won't do. I'll go and ask him for an explanation. This time, he'd better get me a sword that is perfect for you, my son. I'm fine, really. I can just use another. Absolutely not. People have finally come to see your true worth. We need to be even more meticulous now, more than ever. In fact, and besides, the awakening ceremony is less than a week away, isn't it? I can't allow you to attend the ceremony carrying a shabby old sword. Since we're already talking about it, let's go right away. Where do you plan to go? The best workshop in all of Winterra. Basque Workshop. One of the 3 weapon manufacturing workshops of Winterra. The workshop is famous due to its sheer size, rivaling a factory. The most notable detail about the Basque Workshop is its master, a person categorized as special rank by the intelligence agency and a blacksmith with the title of Master Craftsman, which only 2 other Ragnar artisans hold, also known as the Elf of Capitalism Incarnate, the Demon Craftsman Kirsan. Well, look who this is. To think I'd ever meet this tycoon. Just how does Mother know the Demon Craftsman? You still haven't stopped smoking? Mother? What? Mother, I'm sorry, dear customer, but our relationship as parent and child ended the day you chose to run away. I thought Mother was an orphan, with no remaining family. But you're telling me the High Elf Kirsan is her mother? Wait, then that means I'm a quarter elf. So that's the reason for my dashing looks. So, what brings our dear customer here when she's never visited before? To return a defective product. What? Defective? Ha! I'm speechless. How dare you call a sword that I, Kirsan, personally forged defective? Ooh, this is... If that's not a defective product, then what is it? Who wielded this sword? My son, obviously. Who else? That kid behind you? Watch your mouth. He is the genius who will rule over Ragnar from here on. Theo Ragnar of Camellia Palace. It is my honor to meet the renowned master of the Basque Workshop. Right? Well, I've heard of you anyway. Back to our topic. Were you really the one who wielded this sword? That is correct. What did T tell you? It was defective. This is going to be a long conversation. Follow me inside. Mother, how are you related to the Demon Craftsman? Exactly as you heard. So she's really your mother? You wouldn't know since I speak so little of the past. Although it was for a short period of 6 months, she's my foster mother who cared for me. Oh, her foster mother. Mother loves anything she considers beautiful. Whether it be jewels, music, theater, even people. That is why she took me in as her foster daughter. She must have liked me a lot. Enough talking about the past. It's pointless. Oh my. I bet you don't actually think that. So how did you end up leaving this place? She walked away on her own 2 feet, saying she'd become the Ragnar clan head's wife. To think she'd go to such a miserable place willingly. What a fool she was. It's commendable she survived this long. The clan head was just too handsome, so dashing and manly, and he loved me dearly. But despite running away from home like that, she came crawling back last year, asking me to forge a sword to gift her son. I'd never seen such shamelessness. Jeez, why would you say that in front of my son? Am I wrong, though? I've never seen Mother talk like this. I guess I never really learned anything at all about Mother in my past life. What an ungrateful son I was. Was I too obsessed with the clan? Too consumed by it? Moreover, the demon craftsman seems to care about Mother. So why didn't she do anything in my past life? This is my room. The master office. Why did you bring us so far inside? You better give him the best sword ever to make up for wait outside for a moment, Cecilia. I'll ask you straight and frank. Do you have a relic of the primordial dragon? The primordial dragon? Do you mean the ancestor of the guardian dragon that protects the clan? I have heard the legend that our progenitor distributed the primordial dragon's treasures across Wintera for the descendants of the Ragnar clan, but... A legend? Huh. Feigning ignorance, I see. If you really don't have a relic, then how on earth did my sword end up in such a state? I poured my heart and soul into forging this baby. There's no way it would break against anything other than a relic. Do you have any idea how much this cost? But it just got damaged while fighting the Drake. Why is she going on about a relic? It would be faster to show you instead. What do you see, Theo Ragnar? That blue light. It's the same glow I saw from the door to the dungeon in Camelia's palace. I don't see nor feel anything from it, but you must see something, judging from your reaction. I tried and tried again to open this to obtain the item inside, but to no avail. The primordial dragon's relic. Long ago, in the age of myths, the primordial dragon removed one of its fangs and forged a blade from it. The monster sword white moonlight blade. If you break the seal on this case and successfully remove the sword, I'll give you the white moonlight blade. But you may lose your life in the process. So, want to give it a try? That sword is mine now. Scenario quest number 2. Path of the Successor. Be chosen by the primordial dragon's relic, the white moonlight blade. The white moonlight blade. The sword of the leader of Black Snow and one of the Knee Dragons. But very few people knew what the sword looked like, because almost everyone who'd seen or talked about the sword died or went missing. However, you can actually see this thing, can't you? By sheer coincidence, I ended up seeing the true form of the white moonlight sword. Was the Black Dragon's white moonlight sword here? Actually, a relic of the primordial dragon. I ran into the Black Dragon 4 years later. So, Kirsan still had the sword during this time. How about it? Want to give it a shot? I need to obtain it no matter what. That sword is mine now. This is similar to the Camellia Palace. In that case, with this blue key type, miscellaneous. Effect, dungeon opening. Requirement, matching dungeon gate. A key? What's going on? Where am I? The Rose Palace? Why am I here again? Oh, right. I forgot. I was incredibly weak. Because of that, I need a lot more power. And to crush the Camellia Palace. To take over someone's mind by using their desire for power against them. I guess it isn't a monster sword for no reason. How did you? I already conquered the despair you showed me long ago, dummy. You think I'd be tempted by your measly power when I already have quests? What are you going on about? You're quite different from the griffin in my memory. Let me go, human. I remember you being at least over 10 meters tall. Right now, you're similar in height to me. Is it maybe because you were sealed for a long time? Whatever the case is, it's good for me. White moonlight sword. Sir, let's talk this out like civilized. My dear son, wake up. Please, wake up. Mother, what is the meaning of this? Why is my son like this? I asked you to forge me a sword. I never asked you to do this to him. The monster energy linked with his bloodstream. I've never seen or heard anything like this. Because he already possessed a relic, I thought it'd be okay. If something terrible happens to my son, I will never ever forgive you. Theo, my dear son, it seems I've worried you. I'm fine. No need to be alarmed. Hunting a griffin. You have successfully completed scenario quest number 2. Reward. Ownership of the White Moonlight Sword. The griffin was easy to defeat because it was just freshly unsealed. Well, that and psychological warfare didn't work on me. By absorbing the monster energy of the White Moonlight Sword, your magic power has greatly increased. Jia, 130 magic power. Your magic power has surpassed 200. Your magic power has started to gain divinity. My magic power, it's increased to the level of a high-rank swordsman. Type, special ability. Effect, body enhancement. Jo1 1.5 Sectra magic power recovery. It's a shame I can't use all this magic power right away. I have to hold myself back until the awakening ceremony. Theo Ragnar, 17, male. Level, 16. Stats, strength, 96 dexterity, 27 vitality, 21 magic power, 228 intelligence, 20 luck, -6. Skills, Lesser Drake's Fear. Access denied. You surprised this elf. Congratulations. You actually succeeded. You'll keep your promise, right? Don't you know that elves can't lie? It's being defiant. No, that's not quite it. It probably feels stuffy after being trapped for hundreds of years. Since it's finally out into the world, it wants to release all the pent-up frustration. Why don't you swing at that wall with all you got? Will it be okay? What a useless worry. Even if it's the White Moonlight Sword, a swing from a brat that hasn't even had their awakening ceremony yet can't damage the Basque workshop. That's kind of irritating to hear. That's so? Since I can hide my dragon heart whenever I want, why don't I take this as an opportunity to test out the White Moonlight Sword and use my magic power? Then please excuse me while I impose. White Moonlight Sword, a monster sword possessed by a griffin and a relic of the primordial dragon. Huh? Wait. My money. This might be a bit too dangerous. It absorbed all my magic power. When did she? She's fast. Goodness. You really aren't proficient with magic at all. Did you really do this just from the blade's sharpness? This boy is a genius. A prodigious genius. And this genius is my grandson. Okay, Theo Ragnar, I shall be your patron from now on. You just need to spread your wings and show the world your skills. You'll become the Basque Workshop's live advertising board. Mother, I see the money in your eyes. Please use this for the wall repair funds. The loot from a drake. He must have acquired it while obtaining the relic. That daughter of mine sure raised an incredible son. Long time no see. Demon craftsman. Why are you here? 5 days later, awakening ceremony day. Okay. Your swordplay has gotten stronger and swifter overall. That's a relief. To think Evelyn would ever praise me. It's been half a year since young Master Theo began to change, and he's already grown strong enough to push me back. On top of that, if he awakens his magic power today, it'll be the birth of a monster. You've done a great job. You might even aim to become the valedictorian of the awakening ceremony, young master. I shall pray for your success. It's all thanks to you, Evelyn. Know that if I become valedictorian, I'll mention your name during my speech in front of everyone. Why would you? Oh, me too. Me too, young master. Please mention my name too. Jeez, it's tough being popular. All right. I'm off now. Central Headquarters. Theo Ragnar of Camellia Palace. The awakening ceremony is the most important annual event for Ragnars. Every participant wishes to obtain good results at the awakening ceremony. And as swordsmen of Ragnar, it is the first place they can be acknowledged and honored. since everyone of the Ragnar clan is watching, including the clan head. Clan head Kyle Ragnar, the 9 dragons, former clan head, 2 generations ago. Hilda Ragnar, Tension, Judge, Drakengate swordsman Vana Ragnar. We shall proceed with the start of the preliminary examination. The preliminary will entail grabbing a sword placed on the ground and leaving a mark on top of the steel wall on the platform. For your information, the wall was forged with a mix of white snow steel. Those ordinary steel blades will not be able to scratch it whatsoever. But it all changes if you pour magic power into your attacks. I shall now hand out Soma to you. 1 pill of Soma will provide you 10 annals of magic power. It is an elixir that will help you open your mana halls. Swallow the Soma and open your mana hall in the Dantian. Only then will you be able to cut the white snow steel wall with those swords. The depth of your cut will determine your results. Now on. Participant whose name is called will grab their sword and step onto the platform. Participant number 1, Theo Ragnar. Come forth. In my past life, Axion was the valedictorian. Scenario. Quest number 3. Victor of the Awakening Ceremony. Become the valedictorian of the Awakening Ceremony. So that's the one, Kyle? The boy you mentioned before. He must have caught your interest. Of course. I got curious after you said you were keeping an eye on him. Well then, let us have a look at how competent this descendant truly is. Whew. The Awakening Ceremony, huh? I'm a bit nervous. Probably because it's been a while. Now then, please swallow the Soma. Understood. In my past life, I swallowed the Soma and was unable to control the mana, severely injuring my Dantian. However, in this life, something like that won't happen. This moron, to cause a mana wave of this size, he isn't able to properly control it. When one swallows the Soma, one needs to use it very carefully in order to allow the mana hall to settle in the Dantian. The more talented Ragnars have so much mana that if they aren't careful, they can become disabled. This guy is done for as well. He endured it? Finally, I have both a dragon heart and a mana hall. It's almost a bit disheartening. Unlike in the last life, I succeeded too easily. Anyway, from now on, I'm officially allowed to use mana. Then now, using this vast amount of mana, I just need to refreshingly pour it all out. Single flash. Theo Ragnar. Pass. No way. I haven't seen something like this since young Master Thorkel. Is that really the sword slash of someone who unleashed mana for the first time? The curse of bad luck that has been in effect has ended. Now, your fame has begun to slowly spread throughout the world. It's only now that I'm able to reach the same starting point as the others. Many people have shown interest in your great performance. Osa Ragnar Plunus wishes to take you in as a disciple. Julius Ragnar is discontent at the amount of interest being focused on you. Rober Ragnar is cautious of you. Hilda Ragnar shows interest in you, while the Black Dragon and the Sword Dragon were unexpected. Most importantly, the fact that I've caught Hilda's eye makes me especially happy. She has the heart of Garuda, after all. If I can just obtain that. Sybil Dre, pass. Succeeded. Young Master Theo. Ray Ragnar. Hulkus Lanky. Remington Narcio. All of the 4 Hounds of the North had monstrous results, but not a single one of them have made a mark as great as the young masters. Now, the only one left is Axion Ragnar. Come forward. At this rate, it's a contest between the Luster Tiger and Dark Tiger. No, not even Axion will be able to do that. To think the Luster Tiger was at that level. Then please swallow the Soma and… wait! They sure have surprised me several times today. Axion Ragnar, pass. How could this be? They're almost too identical. Who won? In this case, the precision grading will determine who wins. With this, the first stage of the Awakening Ceremony is over. Good work, everyone. This year, I'm very satisfied, seeing many people who greatly increased their scores. Those who passed are to prepare for the second stage of the Awakening Ceremony in 4 days. Then, finally, we will announce the rankings that everyone was waiting for. The valedictorian for the first stage of the awakening ceremony is